You're watching KRON On, streaming now from KRON 4, the Bay Area's local news station.
How does the opportunity to live rent-free, have a year's supply of wine, and make $10,000 a month sound? That's a job description that attracted 7,000 applicants from across the country, all in hopes to move to Healdsburg and work for Murphy-Goode Winery. Joining us now are the two women who won that contest, Lindsay Perry from Austin, Texas, and Veronica Hebbard from Orlando, Florida. Ladies, thank you guys so much for joining us today, and congratulations.
Hi, thank you. Hello.
It's amazing. I mean, to live rent-free is amazing in itself. You add on the wine and you add on the $10,000 a month salary. Lindsay, let's start with you. What were you doing in terms of work prior to changing to this, and what was it like for you when you got word that you won?
Well, I live in Austin, Texas. I work in sports marketing, so moving into the wine industry is definitely a big leap, but I'm really excited. And I was actually visiting one of my friends. She just had a baby, so I was visiting my friend, and I was holding her newborn baby when I got the call, and they were like, "Hey, do you have a second to talk?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm holding my friend's baby right now." And they were like, "Well, you might want to give the baby to somebody else before we continue the conversation." And I immediately knew. I was like, "Oh my gosh, I got the job." So yeah, that's what I was doing when I got the call. It was pretty surreal.
Veronica, how about you? What do you do for work, or what were you doing up until now? And then what was it like for you to get that call?
So I'm out in Orlando, Florida right now. I work as an engineer for a major themed entertainment company out here. I got the call actually when I was on a family vacation out in Montana for my cousin's wedding. So I was with 17 of my family members, and they just broke out at dinner, just screaming and yelling. It was the most awesome way to find out some really good news. So super happy.
That's amazing. Now, how have either of you girls been to California or the Bay Area or Healdsburg? Lindsay, have you been out to that area before?
No, the interview was my first time, but like walking in there, it was like a dream. It was this place that was just so beautiful. It was kind of like it was right out of a movie. But yeah, I've never been there, but I'm excited to go back and live there for the year.
And Veronica, how about you? Had you been to that area, that region before?
I had not. Like Lindsay, that was my first time out in the Bay Area. I've never lived anywhere else but the East Coast, so I'm so excited to travel out to the West. When we were doing this, I felt like, not only was I interviewing for a job, but I was interviewing for a complete lifestyle change. So I'm ready for it.
Now, Veronica, both of you ladies obviously have other jobs. You guys are going to be leaving those jobs to come work for the winery. Are you hoping, I don't know if this is an option with the winery, but is there hopes to stay with the winery, or are you hoping that after the year of working with them, you could go back to your previous job or maybe get another job? Veronica, let's start with you.
I'm hoping that this turns into longer than a year. We only get the house for a year, but I hope that we stay 20 or so. It's going to be so great. And there's countless amounts of things that we can learn in this industry. We're just diving in. I'm ready for it.
So Veronica, you gave your notice at work already?
I did this week.
Okay, so Lindsay, how about you? Are you hoping to stay in that industry? Or are you going to go back to what you were doing prior to this? And have you given notice to your job yet?
Yeah, fingers crossed. Just like Veronica, there's so much to learn in the wine industry, and I feel like 1 year is definitely not going to be enough. I did give notice to my job. They were all ecstatic. They were devastated that I'm leaving, but they were so happy for me in this opportunity. I will be staying on part-time a little bit just to help with the transition, but yeah, gave my notice, heading out to California.
Well, both of you ladies seem like such sweet people. I'd imagine that your current places of occupation are not too happy about your departure, but I'm sure they're very excited for you guys, as we are. Let me ask each of you before we wrap this up, what is your favorite, are you guys wine drinkers? Do you have a favorite wine? Veronica, let's start with you.
Oh yeah, definitely. So I got into wine from my dad, who actually amateur winemaker, does it in his basement. So I really wanted to help him out, which is how I started taking classes in college. But we really enjoy the like cooler climate, Pinot Noirs, just the early end of the red spectrum there.
And then Lindsay, what's your wine of choice?
I love a big, bold Cabernet. So, the things you can find out in Napa and Washington, just something that's really bold, really oaky, super full bodied. That's my favorite kind of wine.
Okay, as you were saying a big bold, I was hearing a big bowl, and I'm like, a big bowl of any wine is good for me. Have you guys had an opportunity to meet each other? Obviously, we're all on Zoom right now, but have you had an opportunity to speak to one another before kind of heading out to the West Coast? Veronica?
This is the first time I'm seeing Lindsay actually face to face. We've communicated and had some text messages, but congrats, Lindsay! You did it.
Congrats to you too.
Well,
Yeah,
Lindsay, meet Veronica.
seen each
Veronica,
other.
meet Lindsay. So here you go. There's your intro.
Yeah, we haven't seen each other since the actual interview process out there. So it's great to see your face, Veronica.
All right, well, guys, I would be lying if I said I wasn't remotely jealous of this opportunity, but we're all so happy for the both of you. Congratulations. And then once you guys kind of make your way over to the Bay Area and you guys get settled in, we'd love to hear from you and kind of hear how everything is going, if you guys are allowed to talk about, the work once you guys start speaking. So definitely please stay in touch with us.
Yeah, absolutely. Come out for a visit. We're going to be neighbors for the year, so you're more than welcome to come hang out with us.
And have a glass of wine.
Yeah.
Or a bowl of wine. I mean,
or a bowl of wine. Yeah.
All right, ladies, congratulations. Thanks so much for speaking with us today.
Thank you.
Bye.